Yeah.
So are we rolling?
We are rolling.
We are rolling.
We are rolling.
I mean, I don't think this one's really going to be much of like a questionnaire kind of thing. It's just going to be like a you and me going back and forth conversation wise.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, dude, you were definitely one of the most interesting people that I have met up here. Like, I mean, I've done this now for what, 2 years now. Like, I did it last year and this year. And you're definitely one of the most interesting people that came up here. And just so fucking happens that you share the same name as me. So
yeah.
It's very interesting, I should say.
Very interesting. Well, when you mean interesting, like what people can say interesting, like in a negative connotation.
I don't think I would even have like a negative connotation to put on it. It's like when I say interesting, I just mean like the way you think and the way you act, and even just like the goofy little things are what made like you being here so fun. And that's why I think like everybody around here is definitely very like upset and sad to see you be going now.
Right.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, how many people here are legit like, oh man, I can't, like, it sucks that you're leaving, it sucks that you're going. Like, how many people have told you that?
Right. Yeah, and it makes me I vastly underestimated that. Yeah. And now it kind of sucks a little bit because the past 48 hours have just been a whiplash of like, oh, I didn't think anybody would really like, you know, it's like I think one or two people had said, you know, it's you know, we're sad to see you go. Like, that's what I expected. But then I get gifts and I get the podcast episodes that are just really special, and then I get the cake, and then I get the ring and the matchbox and the book from you, and then it's like, damn.
Yeah, man. It's like you definitely left a little bit of an impact here, don't you think? A
little bit. I mean, I guess so. I just never thought that it would happen within like 2.5 months of just selling T-shirts. To be honest,
of just flipping shirts, man.
No, I legit didn't think so.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, those are the things you don't expect. Like, did you ever expect that when you came up here and you were going to be like, let's say if you were leaving from here and you knew you were leaving from here, would you expect any of us to be doing any of this? Probably not.
No.
And then it's like, now that we are, it's like you realize the impact that you made, and that's definitely like valuable. Super valuable, I would say.
I don't know how to fathom that. There's very few times in my life. My ego's just being stroked here on this episode, everybody.
Oh, yeah. All the way, dude.
I'm just trying not to let it get to me, but there's only so many like times in my life where I have fathomed like how like my actions impact other people. Because when you go and do stuff, like when you go help out somebody, or like you make a compliment without expecting anything in return, you really don't think much of it. But then when it all builds up, and then people show that importance to you, like show how important you truly are for all the things that you've done.
Yeah, how valued you are.
It's incredible. Like I cannot fathom it.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to. I guess it would be hard to wrap your head around. Being like, damn, man, because like now you're leaving, and it's like now you have the next part of your journey that's going to continue on for you,
right?
And what I would have to ask you is like, what do you see next, or what do you want to see next, like going forward? Because you're going to be leaving here, obviously. Like all the friends that you made here were acquaintances, and the experiences you made here have definitely shaped you in a little bit of a different way. And maybe the conversations you've had have also shaped you in a little bit of a different way. Yeah. And so it's like, what do you see next for Ethan?
You know, going to Tennessee here is my next chapter. I really don't know. I mean, like coming here, I didn't have any expectations. I mean, I knew the place I was going to. I knew, you know, what I was going to be working for. I knew the wage. I knew all that. I didn't know the people that were here. I didn't know the lessons that I learned from my first time, you know, coming out to just a faraway land and working a seasonal job with a lot of other people. Like, this is the first time I didn't go to college, like in-state college, where like dorms and stuff like that were.
Yeah.
So this is my first time, you know, since high school that I've been in a place where you're just surrounded by vastly different people, and you meet new people, and they teach you new things that you cannot learn at home.
Would it also be sorry to interrupt, would it also be a little different or a little bit better that there are people here that are your age? Like, instead of like, let's say your last job, you're working with a bunch of 40-year-old people. It's probably really hard to relate or get along with, or I wouldn't say get along with, but like, relate to a bunch of these older individuals. But everybody here is like roughly around the same age. We're all in our early 20s. There's a couple of us that are getting up, they're up there into like their 30s, maybe 40s. And so, would you definitely say that that's also a good thing?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I've been in situations before where I've worked in places where just the people are older. I worked in places where it's just mainly, I worked in a craft store at one point, so it was just me and like one other dude in a department of 15 people. So most of them being women. I mean, it's just it's weird. It's interesting working in different demographics, and I feel like this one, with all the people being around the same age and a handful of the people that are in their 30s, it's a nice mix. Yeah. I definitely like it, and I hope it's the same way moving forward. Yeah, because I feel like that's where I make the most mistakes, but I also learn the most stuff.
Dude, you can't even learn without having a mistake.
Right.
Yeah, you have to have that mistake first to learn.
Because I think I've had a lot of people in their 30s, 40s, 50s that have told me all the things that I should not do and the things that I should do.
Yeah.
But truly being out here, one of the other big lessons is that understanding theory, like book smarts, is one thing, but actually experiencing it and feeling the pain or the excitement of an experience instead of reading it in a book is just you
can't buy that.
You can't buy that. Yeah. You have to experience it. Nothing can prepare you for some of these things.
Yeah. And do you definitely think like that's also why, like, you could put that as a reason why you came up here to Alaska?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just to get away, go far?
Just to get away from home, go and, save some money, meet some new people. I didn't know what that meant. So I met you, I met Nick, Yussi. I had great people around me this whole time.
Yeah.
And some other experiences that I just was not expecting. But that's nice to have that anticipation, that excitement for the things that you do not know.
Yeah. You have all these little windows into other people's worlds.
Yeah, I'm not scared because I know what I'm getting into on the baseline, and if things happen, then I feel prepared to deal with those things, like just cognitively and maturely.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing to see that and like test that and see that it's working 100%. So we got an audience as well. We got a couple people out here. Yeah, right now we're in the backyard of the Douglas house. There's a bunch of construction up front, even though it's 11 p.m. and they're still going, which I think breaks a lot of ordinance laws or like noise complaint laws, because it's like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. is when they're able to work.
They also have a night shift though. I learned that the other day. I was walking up the street and I ran it, and they were doing the same exact thing up the street, and I had to cross the road. So I like asked one of the guys, if I could cross the road,
right?
And he was like, "Yeah, I'll walk you over." And the dude was an engineer, and he worked overnight. And he was telling me that they usually don't do night stuff here, but that they were doing a whole bunch of night stuff to fix the road because they can't do it during the day because it's a major highway.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
And so he was like saying like less traffic at night, blah blah blah. But he was like, "Oh, I hate this shit. I hate doing this." So I thought it was kind of funny, but it was nice to like talk to a dude for a little bit, a random guy. And it was like I've done construction and everything like that before, so it was like I could relate to what he was saying, especially night shift shit. I've done that too.
I get you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And I am also over here smoking.
Yeah, what you smoking?
It's just. This is some of the Houston bud that I've gotten. Yeah, and I just rolled it up in a swisher and then I pearled it. So pearling, wrapping in a joint paper. So
very, very defined, dapper individual here with an interesting combination that I'll pretend to understand. We also have many other. I'm kidding. I know what that is. We have a bunch of other stoners out here chilling. We got Nick and Yussi from the previous podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Over here, they chilling out. They just got me a cake that said safe travels on it, which is one of just the amazing things. It was carrot cake too. Yessie had asked me about it. And it was delicious.
Hell yeah.
We got Casey, my replacement. We're just leaping right into that.
That's fun.
Yeah. So, Casey, where were you formerly?
Formerly, I was in St. Paul, Minnesota.
St. Paul?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're from here, though, right?
11-11.
Yeah. I lived here for 15 years.
Come on, join the podcast. Come on. Just get up. Come on.
If you want to.
Just
It's
get
all
up.
good.
You're already telling a story, right?
Casey's been here for about 2 weeks now.
I'd like to say a little over, maybe a little under a month now.
A little under a month?
Little
Okay.
over.
Yeah, so St. Paul, Minnesota. Just got past something
Yeah.
there.
Nice.
It's my weed.
There you go.
Yeah. Also in possession of marijuana. It's a great moment.
It's a stoner group today.
Yeah,
Oh.
very much.
Yeah, that's what the Douglas house is, and it's nice because then if it was like everybody drinking, it would be a whole different vibe. Out
You think
here.
so?
I'd rather be around a bunch of stoners that chill out.
It's definitely a chiller vibe for sure.
Yeah, than like on a Tuesday night and someone's like, guys, let's get shots. Let's go to Imperial. Let's go to Imperial. They're open one more hour. We can get some dancing in. I love that it's out here like that. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
something
like-
else I learned.
Yeah.
Just in case I got to make that choice again.
But it's like that's the thing about free will. It's like people can do whatever they want with their lives. They can choose to do that every day of the week, but you don't have to. And it's like, I personally don't do that either. I'm not going out every week and going drinking and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I come home every day and I smoke. So it's like I can't really be the judgmental type. So I can't like cast any stones anywhere because
Right.
I'm in a glass house too.
I get you. Well, Casey,
How'd you end up moving here? Back here.
So,
back here.
my story is I moved to Minneapolis, St. Paul. My sister needed a roommate. So, moved there, we're chilling, saving money, and we come home one day and our house burned down. So, we do, try to build back from there, but we met some guy that was gonna try to help us, put us in contact with someone that was gonna like the deal was we clean up her house and then we stay there like a month for free or whatever. So
Right.
we clean up the house and then as soon as maybe like a week into living there, she kicks us out. We come home, all of our stuff is on the street. So she kind of played us, and then my friend Thomas, his family, really nice, put on like a little baking sale to fundraise some money for us to get here, and
Oh, nice,
now I'm
man.
here. Now I'm here.
Cool.
So
That's
crazy little story.
That's gonna be the most unique story I've heard.
Yeah,
To
definitely
that.
about getting here. Because you're originally from here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just moved to Minnesota and then
Well, I moved
back.
to Washington at first. I was staying with my mom. My little sister also needed a roommate, so I moved to Montana. Then it just didn't really play out well there. I had a little beef with her girlfriend, so I ended up just moving to Minnesota from there. And then
so you were
I
like
bounced around.
yeah, you were
a
just like
little
fuck
bit.
it, dude. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just go.
I just go.
state.
I just went with the flow.
No.
I get that, man.
Damn. And this was all within like a 2-3 year span.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. It's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
Welcome back, man.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how's it feel being back in Juneau?
I don't know. I'm getting I get really nostalgic, like walking around, seeing everything, but it's weird how much everything's changed too. So
When was
it's
the
like
last time
new.
you were here?
It was maybe say 2022-ish. Yeah, it's 2 years.
That was when you lived here?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Not bad. Weird.
Put this in my pocket.
Well, hey, man. Thanks for taking my spot, I guess.
I appreciate it.
It was
So-
nice to.
Yeah.
God
Very
damn.
good to meet you. It's kind of in passing, unfortunately, but I get
It
good
is
vibes
what-
from
you
you,
know,
man. I
it
get
is what it is.
get a good feeling. So
I appreciate it. I
Absolutely,
appreciate it. Just go with the flow. Just working. Try to keep head down, keep working. Just do your thing. So that's all.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You got any piece of advice for people?
no matter how bad it gets, never focus on the darkness in the tunnel. Always focus on the light at the end of it.
Nice.
You know, philosophical shit.
There you go. There you go.
All right,
Cool.
go back to your corner.
Peace out.
Yeah. We also got Abby over here from episode 3. And we also have Raquel. Raquel, right? Or is it Kel?
Raquel.
I'm sorry. I always call you Kel.
I quit.
You quit? All right. Well, I guess we don't talk about Kel then. Raquel. Okay. I try to make it sound like French. Raquel. You know.
Oh.
However French people Raquel. Raquel. So yeah, we got a nice little audience out here. And I appreciate it too, sincerely, because it's right now. It's 11:15. You got to be in tomorrow too.
Oh yeah, I gotta be at work at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
So waking up at 6:50.
Yeah, hopefully, or the second alarm, or the third, or the fourth.
Look, man.
I sleep right
deep
next to the
sleeper.
dude every 10 minutes.
Turn off. Snooze. Yeah, man.
It's all good.
Well, at least you don't gotta deal with that no more.
I hope not. I might have to deal with something worse though over in Tennessee if I get some bad roommates.
Yeah. So what if that doesn't work out? What's the move after that?
If it doesn't work, I mean, yes, you just said, will I come back? And I think by the time I'd upload this, I would be there. So I guess you'll know if I really quit that early. But I mean, that's one of the plans. Like, I mean, I enjoy it here. There's a couple things that I put in the blog post that I said why I'm leaving. But considering how hospitable everybody is here, I think if from a God standpoint, if it's like that's not the place I'm supposed to be, then I have a good feeling about coming back here.
Nice.
You know, so I'm not leaving a 1-star review on Google and saying, yeah, it sucks ass here to work here. I can't believe this. The t-shirts are fairly priced though. So yeah, definitely.
You should go see the $9.99 section.
You should go see the $9.99 selection. No psychedelic wolf yet, but if you're in Biggs, you're in luck.
Yeah.
For people that don't work there, good. That's only stuff that we understand. But yeah, I mean, I think about coming back here. I'm definitely not going back home I'm dreading in a sense coming back home because then it's my childhood bedroom and I'm going to be there for a week before I start driving to Tennessee. I'm not going to enjoy it there. But I think that's one of the biggest things too that I took away from here is that I enjoy that feeling of working and going and doing my own thing instead of staying home and trying to find a job that's in the area and just staying in my own nest.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I enjoyed that prospect out here, and it definitely followed through.
You had
So-
to have that discomfort.
Yeah,
to
I
make you
do.
comfortable.
And now it's like when the main reason why is because like I talked as well in technology-wise, but technology-wise, for 10 years where we live now, it is I associate the basement as me playing video games, me doing stupid stuff, like whatever. And if I go down there, it's gonna suck because I don't have any of that here. Like, I do not have a laptop here, so all I do is sleep in my area, and I think, and I call people, and I go watch my 30-second stupid YouTube videos on the TV. That's like the most technological thing I do here, and it's nice because it feels sacred. But I've ruined that for years because of my like internet addiction back home.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. So I gotta stay out of the house.
So you're worried about going home and then just like immediately hopping back to technology?
Yeah, because I associate that place with technology and being bored and filling my time not with hobbies, but with just doing nothing except being occupied by distractions.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And since being here, it's just awakened me.
You've been going on basically like a dopamine like withdrawal from all that.
In a sense,
Because you have your little I don't know what you would call that phone.
The light phone, yeah.
Yeah, your
dumb
light phone. It's like you can only listen to music and call and text people on it
and stuff like that. It's very simple stuff that you really can't abuse.
Like you don't even have internet on it.
Well, yeah, it has Wi-Fi, but like not an internet browser.
Yeah, I know, because we always are like, oh, look it up whenever we're talking about something, and you're like, well, I can't.
Yeah. I'm gonna confess something to you, but when I'm in like the restroom or something like that, doing whatever in Shirtco, if I have my phone on me, the one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, I wonder what the directions would be from here to Skagway or something like. I would just search up random stuff because it has a directions tool.
So how many miles is it from here to Skagway?
Yes, I don't know.
So what is one that you remember? Have you looked up one?
Yeah, like my route going from Ohio to Pigeon Forge. I looked through that, and in that restroom, the reception sucks. So, and
which bathroom?
The Shirtco upstairs employee. Okay. And it sucks. So then it'll be like error finding results, and I'm like,
now my taking a shit time is ruined.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Look at podcasts? Look at my calculator app? Like, what am I supposed to do now? Am I supposed to set a timer? Like,
I have to go back to work in 2.5 minutes.
Let me set a couple alarms. It's like, no.
Skip the first 3.
Turn them off. Close my phone. Open it back up. Get a text from A-Train. Love that guy, by the way.
Yeah.
Get another text from A-Train. I mean, think about what other people are doing. That's what it was. Like that's where most. So I have to work. I'm not distracted by anything.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And going back home is going to be a real challenge for me because it could be very easy for me to just get out the computer and start playing video games until 3 a.m. Truly.
So you're scared that you're not going to. Are you worried that you're not going to be able to withhold yourself from that, and not just still stick to your light phone and?
Oh no! I am. Well, the light phone has to stay because I switched over my carrier to the light phone plan, like the company. So if I put it in my smartphone, it will not work. So I'm contemplating whether or not to bring my smartphone with me for like navigation and stuff like that, or like as a hard drive or whatever. But
you're still worried that little piece of, because like our phones are, very
technologically, yeah.
So it's like we have access to everything on there. Like I can literally look up every single thing that your phone can do, and millions and millions and millions of things more.
Right.
And so it's just like very. I see what you mean by you would be scared to get back into it, because like honestly, if I was doing the same thing as you, to be completely honest, if I was doing the same thing as you, I wouldn't be able to hold myself back. I would definitely go back to my phone and be like,
I did it many times, but now it's like it's like a lock-in, to be honest. It's just I got the plan because it's AT&T out here. I used to have T-Mobile, which wouldn't work here.
Yeah.
So just by circumstance, it's what it is. So I'm sticking with it. I love the light phone. I love the ability to not search up stuff. So it's nice. It definitely is. So I think I'm going to keep it. Laptop though, definitely doing that.
Laptop.
Yeah. I did I tell you about this? Did I tell you about like the exception? So what I'm thinking is the laptop, bring it out there, but the house Wi-Fi password I will not know. So I have to go out if I want to upload something or look at something in a public place.
Okay, so you'll still have like your own private thing that is like internet access and everything like that, but you'll use it to like kind of like the restriction that you do here where you go to the library and everything like that.
Yeah.
For your internet.
Yeah, it's just I'll have to look at downloaded stuff if I have to. I'll have to really think about what I need, and then I'll have to drive 5 minutes, whatever, 10 minutes out to go somewhere, get it done, and then come back. So then I'm not going to do many things on impulse, or most importantly, like be hours at a time in my bed where I'm supposed to be sleeping, looking at garbage.
Yeah.
Because I love how I sleep downstairs when I got nothing at all. I love waking up and then instantly getting out of bed instead of scrolling TikTok for an hour.
Yeah.
Or Instagram Reels or whatever. So.
Man. It's like I give you heavy praise for that, because that right there is super tough, especially in like our day and age, like in our like generation. Like, dude, how many people could do that? Like, realistically, like not a whole ton. And it takes a lot of will to do that, to just be able to switch over to a light phone and be able to not have anything where it's like access to internet, access to talking to other people, access to just even like some of the most basic shit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I find heavy praise in that because it's like not a whole ton of people can do something like that. Like that for real takes like some sort of strength to perform.
It's worth the sacrifice, because I've had to sit down and talk to people socially in you know, the area, in the living room, downstairs in the bedroom. I know people that were down there that would be scrolling TikTok or Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I did that, I was missing out on life. I was missing out on this.
Yeah.
And there are things that have happened in the past 2.5 months that if I had been on social media all the time, or I had used it, I would not be able to gain those connections with people the same way, because I would have been distracted. I would have fubbed them. So I can't do that anymore. Like, that's just against human connection. I believe it's just anti-social, not like psychologically.
Yeah.
Like
anti-interactive.
Anti-interactive. Anti-social is not the right word, but non-social.
Yeah.
It takes away your ability to be social.
Yeah. Because you're just staring down at your phone.
Yeah, and it's like everybody's, you know, posting a front, and here I am just trying to be myself. Yeah. Finally finding the meaning of be myself, which is said in every dating piece of advice before you go ask a girl out to your first date. It's like, again, you can't read it in a book and understand it. Sometimes you just have to live it.
Yeah.
So I'm not. That's already worth the $300 I spent on the phone.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And you definitely think that you're like living it now, because I mean, shit, you're how many miles away from home?
3,000.
3,000. Yeah, you're 3,000 miles away from home. You're up here in Juneau, Alaska, living on your own, having to provide for yourself. You know, working a job, sometimes like 12 hours a day, and just having to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Or take the public bus, you know, and it really teaches you how to kind of grow up in a sense, and you did it.
It also allows me to think. It just allows me to think.
Yeah. And it's just, man, it's definitely like an adventure. It's part of your life. And that's like I always just tell you, is like it's a part of your story. It's like it's just another thing in your story that you're going to tell.
Right.
And these are the things that you want. You want to remember these things, and they're definitely worth it.
Absolutely, man.
The plane ticket here, you know, the plane ticket back. That's all I do.
Yeah. Dude, that was $550.
$550.
$550 one
Dude,
way.
it was $521 for me to get my ticket, because I'm about to be going back home and riding across. So
okay.
It's like, it took me it's $521 to get my ticket from here to Houston.
So you're going to Seattle and then Houston?
Yeah. Well, it's like I have to go from here to Ketchikan, and then from Ketchikan to Seattle. And Seattle
they put
to
you
Dallas.
on one of those?
Yeah, it's like Dallas to Fort Worth.
Yeah, they had one that was like here to Ketchikan to another smaller city I'm forgetting, and then from there to Seattle, and then Seattle to like Cleveland. I actually had that when I was trying to get here. I had the opportunity to get one of those like 3-4 connection flights with the 50-minute layovers between Ketchikan and like Juneau.
No.
I
didn't have an option. All of them were like that.
Dude.
So I was like, oh, it was either that or pay like $600 something bucks.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah. So I was like, man, fuck that.
Nah. Good, man.
But yeah, man. So you're going on your little adventure, and I'm about to go on mine, and then
we ball, man. That's all we
ballin'.
can do.
Dude, life's life. It's just dope.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, dude, this construction is killing.
It truly is. You want to call it?
I think so, brother.
All right.
All right, man.
Well, thank you everybody for listening. This will be, I believe, the last episode here, unless someone surprises me tomorrow. But
at least
for
here
now,
in Juneau, yes. It's gonna be your last episode up here in Juneau, man.
Yeah, man. It's good. It's good. So I want to thank everybody for listening to the beautiful conversation we just had, and I will see you again next week, hopefully with a Tennessee or an Ohio interview. So please stay tuned for that. But otherwise, thank you all, and I will see you in the next one, my friends.
And also, I just wanted to say, like, man, it was great meeting you up here, and it was like I've said before, it's like I've never met anybody with my own name, and I'm definitely glad that I share the name with somebody as badass as you, bro.
Thanks, man.
I just wanted to let you know that real quick.
I appreciate that.
All right,
Badass.
Man. Yeah,
Damn.
badass, man.
Cool.
You're definitely really, really fucking cool, man. It's sad to see you go. Honestly, it's really sad to see you go. I think a lot of people here feel that same way. But getting to know you personally and having some of the conversations I have had with you, it was like, yeah, man, you're definitely somebody that I would consider my friend. And it's like, I know I hold that statement pretty close to me, because I don't call everybody my friend. But I'm glad to call you Ethan, my fellow Ethanite.
My fellow Ethanite.
My fellow Ethanite.
That's the first thing I said to him, man. And it's the last.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're my fellow Ethanite, bro.
Fellow Ethanite. I'm glad to be knighted to Ethanite without hostility. Now we don't got to fight for the name.
Oh yeah, man.
Hope not.
No, not anymore. All right, man.
All right, man.
I think we'll call it.
All right. Take care, y'all. Stay black.